Chaos erupts in Israel as Prime Minister Netanyahu's controversial greatest theft war budget nearly topples his fragile coalition government. Israel's new emergency war budget finally passes after delays caused by nationwide alerts from incoming Iranian missile barrages. A top Israeli finance ministry official abruptly resigns after the contentious budget secures narrow approval in the Knesset. Netanyahu barely survives politically by a thread, as the critical budget passes just hours before the absolute deadline. The record-high military spending package reflects Netanyahu's Iran war strategy backfiring spectacularly on the home front. Deep political divisions and mass protests explode over accusations of historic theft, diverting massive funds exclusively toward endless warfare. Does Netanyahu's backroom political deals stand exposed? With funds strategically flowing to coalition allies to secure their crucial votes. Israel's parliament approved the 2026 national budget on March 30th through a closely monitored legislative vote that captured significant domestic and international attention. The passage secured the government's continuity, preventing automatic dissolution and associated snap elections mandated within 90 days under constitutional provisions. Lawmakers endorsed the fiscal framework by a slim 62-55 margin, meeting the critical March 31st deadline established for budgetary legislation. This newly ratified budget represents Israel's largest financial plan to date, totaling approximately NIS $850.6 billion equivalent to $271 billion in expenditure allocations. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's coalition maintained legislative cohesion despite pronounced internal political fractures, ensuring passage through disciplined voting. Exterior demonstrations materialized outside the Knesset, where protesters contested the government's stewardship of wartime resource distribution and expenditure priorities. Security personnel engaged activists seeking to establish prolonged occupation near parliamentary access points, managing crowd dispersal protocols. Police documented at least 5 arrests stemming from public order disturbances during the heightened protest activities surrounding the session. The finance minister defended the comprehensive package, positioning it as a mechanism to address persistent household economic pressures amid operational demands. Opposition leader Yair Lapid characterized the legislation critically, describing it as an unprecedented misallocation within Israel's fiscal governance history. Defense allocations constitute the budget's dominant expenditure category, reaching historically elevated funding thresholds for military sustainment. The defense component alone surpasses NIS $142 billion, complemented by supplementary multi-year commitments elevating total security outlays further. Such expansion projects Israel's fiscal deficit toward approximately 5% of GDP, prompting scrutiny regarding medium-term economic sustainability parameters. The voting marathon extended beyond 14 hours, navigating protracted opposition delaying tactics designed to contest budgetary provisions systematically. Deliberations faced intermittent suspension from missile defense activations corresponding to confirmed Iranian launch trajectories during proceedings. Final procedural adjustments reportedly channeled substantial sums toward priorities designated by ultra-orthodox parliamentary factions. These inclusions prompted allegations of transactional legislative accommodations, favoring specific coalition constituencies over equitable distribution. Finance Ministry Director General Elon Ram tendered resignation shortly following budgetary enactment, concluding his wartime economic stewardship tenure. Ram coordinated fiscal policy across 2025 and 2026 cycles, interfacing extensively with defense authorities on resource prioritization frameworks. Ram confirmed departure aligned with successful budget completion, transitioning responsibilities following fulfillment of primary mandate objectives.